Hello, I'm Abel Tesfaye.
I'm Jenna Ortega.
And I'm director Trey Shults, and today we're going to do a breakdown from a scene from Hurry Up Tomorrow for Letterboxd.
So weird, I feel like I know you.
I know what you mean.
This is a very important scene in the movie because it's the first time the mood of the film kind of shifts. I think prior to it, things are revving up and building and building and building and getting more intense to a kind of collapse. And then after that, the energy changes and these two souls meet for the first time and start riffing on each other. And I think that was the big thing. I wanted the film to surprise you with a new energy, new vibe.
Over here. It's empty.
One cool thing about this section is it's nearly at the point where we're going to anamorphic glass for the first time in the film. I like to make really subjective stuff, and there's kind of an arc visually that's happening. And after this break, this collapse happens, then we're in a different aspect ratio. We're in 2:4:0, and we're using anamorphic glass, and the depth of field is shallower, and it's a bit milkier, and that wide frame can like connect two souls in a beautiful way. So that was a big thing. Like saving the anamorphic for here, using the anamorphic at night, using the anamorphic at this pier with the glowing light, and we got lucky with it was lucky visually, but it was like a crazy storm was happening, and the rain and waves, and it was perfect for the film visually, but a nightmare to shoot. And it was like their first day of shooting, and I was like giddy because I was like seeing their chemistry, and it was clicking and working. But like everything we tried to do was like, okay, we're gonna go film on the roller coaster, and it was like, oh, never mind, winds are strong, we're going to the Ferris wheel. Oh, never mind, Abel's not getting on the Ferris wheel right now because the winds were. It was insane. And then we would
Jenna
go
was
over.
around, obviously.
I was so confused. I said,
Yeah.
why can't we get on the Ferris wheel? This is the only option we have right now. Why are we standing around waiting? And it was too windy.
Embarrassing.
And then we literally, we were like, okay, we're gonna.
I was thinking for us, I was like, this might kill us.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
No, you were right. It was
Yeah.
the safe thing to do.
It was the safe thing.
It was. But then we went to like
My
a
tough guy
safe
image
part
was
of the
destroyed
pier.
after that.
It shows in the scene a little
But that's
bit,
what the
right?
film is. It's breaking down this
Exactly.
persona and
Exactly.
character.
Yes,
It was.
yes.
He was quite method in that moment.
Absolutely. It was beautiful.
I like that.
The weather was crazy, and it was getting in the way of shooting a lot of things, but past that, it was fun having anamorphic glass and filming these guys and just letting it be for real, like actually doing the roller coaster, actually doing the Ferris wheel, actually going out all in the world. It was amazing, and it's the first time his character lets go of this whole persona, of this like musical persona, and he's just out in the real world being a normal person, reliving kind of a childhood nostalgia in a way, connecting with this other person or other side of himself.
He's also in that scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes,
he
he
says
was.
behind us,
My wife and
having a
I-
great time, by the way.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
fun
yeah.
roller. I was having more fun than you.
Yeah.
It was funny because like I live in Orlando now, and my wife and I go to Disney a lot, and we do these fun roller coasters and stuff. And it's in my head, it's a beautiful connecting bond between us. So it was that combined with like I hadn't really been to a park or pier like that, so it was like the idea of it and that nostalgia combined with the real emotion of like living beautiful life experiences. And yeah,
I'm from Toronto. There's a place called Canada's Wonderland that felt very reminiscent
Beautiful.
of that, yeah.
Be precious with my heart. Don't be slow. Just be kind. I'm a child again. And no child deserves.
You know, I think the thing about Annie and Abel in this film is so much, they don't really need to say anything. There's an instant understanding, and that's why he recognizes her in the crowd, and that's why when we see each other for the first time, it's just kind of mutually understood that I'm going to go with him. I'm this safe space for him. I'm somebody who he has not seen or felt in a very long time, so it's just kind of that joyous, it's almost bittersweet in a way. I would say the tone of those car rides and things like that, and it's something that we've both been waiting for such a long time, and it's kind of surreal that it's finally happening. And again, like Trey said, the top of the film is so high intensity and so stressful and anxiety inducing that it should feel like, not only for the two characters but for the audience, it's the first time they get to take a breath and relax and just, you know, take it down for a second.
Yeah, and then, you know, when you experience the film, you see the character going through all this chaos and stress, and, you know, you feel the pressure that he's going through, that's weighing on him. And it's the first time in the film where you see him kind of smile and relax, and he has no security around him, he has no fans, it's just him alone, and he gets to, you know, feel happy.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel's been like a huge collaborator of mine for years. I think Jenna, we bonded over her also being a fan of OPN, which was
Major fan.
Which was amazing. I had said before, and I like to really hit this on the head, but Trey, to me, feels like a producer. Like, he feels like a music producer, the way he edits the film. If you watch Waves, it's such a musical experience. It felt like a real musical collaboration between us, and
for sure,
he got to write. I was sending him demos and references and unfinished records, and he would take that and write it, implement it in the script. And I was shocked at how script to screen, like how perfect it was. Like you nailed it from the inception of it all. And then in the editing room, his process is pretty amazing. He kind of hides under a blanket and disappears for ages, and then comes back with an incredible music odyssey.
And what was beautiful about Abel is just he had a lot of trust with me and sharing. Like, after our first meeting, he sent me all this music, and the trust with that, and he had so much trust too to just like let me follow my heart where it led me in the story, and it always, felt organic, and then it kept brewing and building together. A lot of that stuff was Dan's already as well.
Yeah, Dan is incredible.
And some of it ended up, it's funny, from those initial demos, some of that winded up being score cues in the film, and some are like on final album and songs in the film, but it was just it was really
a lot of the film and started inspiring the album.
Yes,
so the tone of the album and the cinematic experience of the album is a sister project to the film.
Exactly.
And I guess you're kind of an executive producer on the album.
Hey, there you go. I'll take it. You said it.
The lawyers are gonna hit me up after this interview, or was?
Hey, your words, not mine.